Hi, everyone. It's Steven from Cashflow University. And tonight I'm going to step you through the recent trade that we just exited Novo Nordisk for a 45% gain. Novo Nordisk, we use a long call strategy. We entered it on December 24th, and we just recently exited on January 9th. We used $1,000 roughly, and we got a 45% return. We net profit $500 on this trade. But before we jump into the trade, the analysis, and why we got into it, let's just get into a little bit about what Novo Nordisk is. But before we get into the trade analysis, I just want to go over the company. It's got an amazing story and give you a little bit of background about why we like Novo Nordisk. They're a Danish company. Their market cap is $570 billion, which is astounding because the entire annual GDP of Denmark is only $400 billion. How do they get to be such a big company? They are a pharmaceutical company and they do make Ozempic and a recent new addition. Two of them are injectable and one of them is by tablet, a daily oral. And this new addition to their portfolio of drugs, Rybelsus, makes it very compelling. It's a daily oral tablet that you take, and it goes for only $150 to $200, maybe $300 each month, which is much less expensive than their current offering with the quick pens, which can go for sometimes double that. All right, let's get into the trade analysis. What we want to do is I want to show you how this trade came to be and how it came out on our Discord. Okay, this is what's so great about Cashflow University. I'm inside the Discord and we have one of our best traders, Kyle, who is very active, has a great mind for the market, and he posts about one trade alert every single day. When he posts it, you want to jump on it. And that's exactly what happened. On December 24th, Christmas Eve, Kyle put out this banger of a trade alert. Let's read it. So what he did is he let us know in the morning that he was going to enter into a leap call trade. That's a long expiry, long call option that he's going to pull. That gives him a bullish exposure. So as the stock increases in price, he's able to profit from that increase almost dollar for dollar. He filled it at $1,090, or that would be about $10.90 a share. And he was bullish into mid-year. But as we know already, we didn't need that much time because it became profitable much sooner. We're going to pay $1,090 to enter into the trade. He said Novo looks prepped to move higher in the coming months. The catalyst may be the FDA approval of a new Wegovy drug, which is a weight loss pill rather than the injection. What we just talked about, he foresaw that coming, and it came even earlier than we thought it would. The catalyst came right as Novo Nordisk stock was testing two support levels. So let's take a look at that. This is his chart. Kyle is a fantastic chart and technical analyst. He says there's two different support lines that have been showing up here, both a diagonal trend line that he's showing and then also that nice floor of support that had been tested a few times. And so he thought this is a great trade for us to get in on. Let's pull over the chart from TradingView so we can see just how we entered in and what it looked like when we exited. So here's the live chart on Novo Nordisk. You can see it's been into a very prolonged downward trend. Why is that? They have a lot of competition in the GLP-1 space. Eli Lilly is their main competitor who just recently released the drug Zepbound, which is a fantastic drug, very powerful, and is currently seen as the drug to beat. So with them coming out with a competing drug that was more effective, it started to eat into Novo Nordisk's bottom line, and also therefore their stock price would go down. What he was showing is that, hey, this is a great time to get in. The tablet's just around the corner from being FDA approved. Maybe it's time for us to get into a long position and see if we can ride that out. So you can see where we entered it in, and I'll zoom in here so you can get a better view on it. I'll just adjust it a little bit so you can see the day. So these are the daily chart. You can see here, this is our entry down here on December 24th. So it was trading around the low 50 range. And even after we entered into the trade, you can see here, we got a little bit of pullback. So we could have actually entered into the trade for a little bit cheaper price. We were already in, so let's see how it goes. Bang, right away, they got FDA approval on January 2nd and 3rd. And then the trade got up right up into here, into the 60 area. And we thought that would be a great time to exit because it had already gone up something like 45, 50%. And it was starting to enter into some resistance. Once it gets into here, it starts trading around the 200-day moving average. Yeah, it has gone above the 50-day moving average, which is this line down here in yellow. But this makes it much more compelling. We can get out, book our profit, and get on to the next trade. Now, what's awesome though is we also have the CFU website. So what we can do is we can log into the CFU website. We go to joincfu.com. After the page loads, I go to member login. And after authenticating my account, it comes here and it can show me all of my current open positions, my trade book, my results dashboard. I come into the current positions here. And then what I want to do is I want to look under the traders. So I do that. And I got Kyle's systems, Lee's systems, and Uzi. So I'm going to go under Kyle. And here are all of his open positions that we're tracking along with him. It's a great way for you to understand what he's trading, what stocks that he likes, what positions is he using. So we can always track along with him. So say, for example, he's got this core reap covered call. We can click on it, come in, and we see the full details, the date that he entered, his target that he's looking for. This looks January 16th. That's this Friday. We can go through and see all of those. What it also allows us to do is look at his closed positions. And this gives us a track record and a history of all of his trades. So we can look at Novo Nordisk. Here it is. And this was in the screenshot when we started the presentation here today. We got $500 profit on a 45.9% return on the risk that we took. We can click on the results dashboard here up at the top, and we can go to Kyle's trades and we can get live tracking of all of the trades that he's done. So he's done 109 trades. 97 of those have been winners. 12 of them have been losers. And so he has an 89% win rate. You can see his average return on risk is 12.02, average profit of 107, and he wins 90% of the time. All right. That's all we have for today. I'm Stephen from Cashflow University. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. I hope you enjoyed that. You can see how we're thinking and how we like to enter our trades. At Cashflow University, we're a business that has a specialty in trading services. We do that primarily through a Discord channel that we have. We have a YouTube channel, which you're watching right now. We have a blog, and we also have a newsletter. If you want to come check us out, go to joincfu.com and click around on our pages, see the services that we have. You can also check out our pricing. Ciao.